Good afternoon, I'm Mai Rodriguez and this is Newsfeed. Vice President Sara Duterte will skip President Bongbong Marcos' SONA yet again. House Secretary General Reginald Velasco announced this, citing a letter sent by Duterte's office. Velasco says a seat will still be reserved for the VP should she decide to attend. This comes amid heightened political tensions between the former allies. VP Sara also missed Marcos' State of the Nation address last year. The president's fourth SONA will be on July 28. The Energy Department does not expect huge oil supply disruptions due to the war between Israel and Iran, at least for now. On Billionaire News Channel's On Point, DOE officer in charge Sharon Garin says Iran contributes only around 10% in OPEC's oil production. She, however, assures the public there are contingency plans should the conflict escalate and the oil pipeline gets closed.
The 10%, that 1.5 million volume, can also be taken from other countries that are not OPEC. If you check, you can get oil from Canada, from US, from South America. There's sources there also from Brazil or also from China. So there are Russia, meron pang ibang sources.
Should oil prices reach $80 per barrel, the DOE expects significant fuel price adjustments. To cushion this, Garin says the government eyes providing subsidies to the transport sector. A meeting is set next week to tackle fund utilization.
The regulations, we have funding for fuel subsidy, but the trigger is $80 per barrel. So the role of DOE will be to advise the agencies kung umabot tayo dun sa threshold na yun, and then that will trigger so that they can be allowed to utilize the funds. Unless the president orders otherwise.
Meanwhile, the World Bank issues a bleak growth outlook for the Philippine economy. It now expects a 5.3% growth rate this year compared to its previous forecast of 5.7%. The World Bank says it is seeing signs of substantial deterioration driven by lower export demand. On the supply side, global policy uncertainties are affecting the manufacturing sector. The World Bank stressed the need for fiscal reforms to boost stability and growth. Israel's ambassador claims the supposed threat of a nuclear war by Iran has been removed following precision strikes on key facilities and scientists. On Billionaire News Channel's Business 360, Ambassador Fluss said Israel acted unilaterally to neutralize what it saw as an imminent threat with or without U.S. support.
I think this operation actually removed the threat of a nuclear war. They were really racing towards that goal, and we have removed this threat. So again, I'm not an expert. I'm a diplomat, but it seems I don't expect to see a nuclear war. We are not there.
Fluss emphasized that civilians, including Filipinos in Israel, are not targets and that warnings are given before any attacks. He also assured the public that the Strait of Hormuz remains stable and energy supply is uninterrupted for now. But the ambassador says talks of peace remain premature until Israel's security objectives are met. And local fans of the Man of Steel are having the time of their lives. The cast and crew of the new Superman film headed to Bridgetown Central Park in Pasig. They include David Cornsweet, Rachel Brosnahan, director James Gunn, and producer Peter Safran. More than 1,000 people attended the Look Up fan event, where fans formed a giant letter S. Later today, a meet and greet will be held at the SM Mall of Asia Music Hall. Manila is the first stop of a global promotional tour ahead of the film's release in July. And that's the news this hour. I'm Mai Rodriguez. Keep it here on the Billionaire News Channel.